From Los Angeles, we are live once again from the studio in Los Angeles, California. Before I start, make sure to head on over to chaosmap.com to learn more. We might be able to help you about how to script your videos here to actually get them all going here. So let's see here. Okay, we are back. We are live. It says we're live, so we're just going with it. Sorry about that, ladies and gentlemen. And what I'm going to do here today is I'm going to actually talk about how to script your video so you can sell more now, right? We always want sales, right, to happen. We want it quickly. Different ways to get there. And today I'm going to talk about a particular way to get there through what was called VSLs, Video Sales Letters. And so I have a checklist here. And the question is, will you pass this checklist? Well, maybe you don't right now, but after I'm done here, y'all, you will. So let's switch over to it. You don't need to look at my pretty face. And once again, appreciate it. If you're coming in here and you want to learn more, just go out to chaosmap.com, set up a time to chat, and see if we can help you with your digital marketing needs here. But today, talking about how to script your video so you can sell more now. Let's dig into it. First things first, let's actually break down the list here. Open with a shocking statement. That's number one. Number two, state the problem and why it's a big deal. Number three, agitate the problem. Number four, push the agitation even further, taking it to a deep emotional level. This is the salt in the wound, guys. Very, very, very cool. Even though it doesn't sound too pretty, it really works, right? Number five, introduce the solution. Number six, highlight your credibility so people know why they should listen to you. Number seven, prove that what you're saying is true. 8, list out the biggest things they'll get, including features and benefits. Number 9, specific reasons not to procrastinate, but rather to act now. Number 10, close out. Close by asking for the purchase and reinforcing benefits. So I'm going to take you through some of the examples here. And let me also just note that there's formulas, many of them, that exist in the copywriter's tool chest or quiver, and this is just one of them, right? But this one here has been proven again and again for the last, I would say, 5-6 years in the marketplace. And Jim Edwards is where we're pulling this from, so you should check him out, and I actually provide a link here at the end. But just want to make sure that you understand that this is very, very powerful when done right, and you can do it again and again and again. Now, all of this to be said with the sort of disclaimer, test it, right? So use the formula here and then test it. So I'm going to go quick on some of these things, but I just wanted to make sure that you understand that this is a formula and it is proven in the marketplace. So open with a shocking statement. So something like, attention homeowners, are you going to let a realtor steal 50% or more of your hard-earned home equity? That is a hard-hitting first point out the gate, right? Number 2, state the problem and why it's a big deal. And here's an example of that. Even though realtors only charge 6% commission, that commission could represent a huge chunk of your equity, especially in today's market. That means, and then you start breaking it down, right? So you're paying out a huge chunk of your profit just to have your house listed in MLS where it may or may not sell. You know, you're basically going through the listings or sort of the points there on what that means. Part number 3, agitate the problem. You know, this is something that first time I learned about this years ago, I felt like, and you may be the same, is, yeah, I understand you need to kind of call that out, but I already said what it is. Why do I have to sort of bug them in your face with this? Because we're talking to the human mind. We're going through objection handling at some level, but we're also talking to the lizard brain, right? And we're just like, you know, very sort of spur of the moment, and you have to really make sure that you connect here emotionally. So an example of this would be, but that's not the end of the problem. It actually gets worse. I mean, talking about calling it out, there you go. And if you continue with that, if you pay all your equity out to the realtor, you won't be able to make as big a down payment on your next house. Can you see how we're drilling down here and we're calling out the issue by sort of, you know, rubbing it in, right? Part 4, make it even worse for them. Push it over the line. Yeah, this is salt in the wound, as I mentioned. And so you think you sort of got them, or you're sort of connecting with them in that first iteration of it. But you really need to push it over the line, as Jim says here, and you want to hit them hard on an emotional level. For example, and worst of all, despite all the promises they make about how they'll market your home, the only real strategy most realtors care about is getting you to lower your price, which takes another great big whack out of your equity. Realtors don't care if you walk away with a dime of your equity as long as they get their commission, right? Don't believe me? Ask a realtor to take a reduced commission to sell your house and see what they say. You're obviously now feeling and seeing the emotional attachment to this, right? Very, very cool way of connecting with your audience. Even though you might feel from a marketing perspective, this is kind of, the in-your-face strategies that you don't like. Well, this is about serving your audience. This is about making sure your metrics match. This is about you taking your marketing to the next level. And if you're using videos at this juncture, not including this type of approach and these types of strategies, I'm trying to say it all in one word here, that will not serve you well. And in fact, thinking about this, the more you can serve and the more you can make and earn, more revenues, more income, bottom line stuff means you can reinvest into your business and serve even greater. So think about this as a very positive experience, not necessarily that you're going to hurt people, right? Now, we are doing this ethically. We're not trying to present information that is false or out of integrity. It's with authenticity. You are the trusted leader in this context. You are there to educate them, but you also want them to move, right? So part 5 then, introduce the solution. So now that you've gone through the first a few points here, you really now want to serve them, right, with your solution. And that's where you show them what you have to solve the problem. For example, but luckily for you, there's now a solution, introducing selling your home alone, where you'll discover how to sell your house and save the entire commission, how to get more exposure for your house online than any other realtor can give you, specific strategies to price your house for maximum profit, how to get free work out of your realtors and only pay them if they actually bring you a buyer. Can you see how that just now went from sort of the Advil type of commercials that you've seen? You wake up with a headache. Somebody calls it out as, it could get worse, right? Your headache, that is, salt in the wound concept. And then the commercial switches over to, but there is a solution. Well, that's what we're doing. We just presented that, but we also got to reinforce this because they may not know you, and you're trying to do it all in a 1 to 5 minute to 10 minute video sales letter, depending on how fast you do these things, right? I mean, you can segment these, but I'm really talking about one specific video here. Part 6, credibility, why they should listen to you. So that's very, very important. This is where you introduce yourself, give them the most important reasons why you have the solution. This is where you sell yourself, your company, etc., and that you have what they need. So for example, I'm getting ahead of myself. Hi, my name is Jim Edwards. By now, you're probably asking, who am I and how can I make these claims? And Jim, again, is the fella that we're pulling this from. So kudos there. I've got 23 years of experience buying and selling investment properties, my own properties and my clients' properties. I spent 10 years as a mortgage broker and realtor, so I know the inside story most people will never tell you, right? It goes on and on and on. Well, that's exactly what you need to do to build out proof to sell yourself and why they should listen to you. Now, all of that should be done with integrity once again. And if you want to learn more about this stuff and how we think about this and how we approach it, feel free to go to chaosmap.com. We can set up a time to take you through some of these things. And, one thing is having a formula, another is getting this done, right? So we can help you with that. But let's get back to it. So part 7, proof. Yeah, we all want proof. This gets into the whole testimonials and feedback loop, right? Here's where you prove what you say is true. Testimonials, statistics, screenshots, right? Before and after. Whatever you need there, that's what you need to present. For example, take a look at these testimonials from people just like you who use the Selling Your Home Alone system to sell their houses and save commissions. This one here sold their house in 1 week. This person saved over $20,000 in commissions. This one sold after an agent couldn't do it in 6 months. That type of stuff, very, very powerful. You can get it all into the video there. Part number 8, exactly what you get. So this is, now that I've kind of taken you through the emotional, the loops, if you will, and the ups and downs, and really just started to hone in on the solution. Now you want to say simply, here's what I have for you. And that's what you're going to get. Well, here's where you list off the most important things you're going to get from your product, service, and software. not only features, but the benefits as well. So you want to reinforce that so they get the real payoff for taking you up on the offer. So an example of this would be, here's what you get with selling your home alone. My entire home study course that shows you step-by-step XYZ, the exact tools and links you need to list your home for sales on the internet, XYZ, the killer classified ad system that helps you create great ads in just minutes. Now, here's an example of where we wouldn't use classified, we'd use Facebook ads, right? That can have your phone ringing this weekend with interested buyers, right? Part number 9, specific reasons to act now. So all of this is good, right? I mean, it's really good. You can see how the emotions are being pushed forward here, and there's a solution, and they really have felt like you have a lot of credibility and authority built here because you've presented it through your background and the testimonials. Well, now they need to act. A lot of distractions here in this current 2019 world, right? Well, how do you get them to act right now? Well, you want to make it very clear, but that's also where things fall down very often. And also in sales copy, sort of you've done a great job to get them there, but now this is one of the best ways to get them to move, right? And you want to really just be very clear about it. Act now and get these exclusive bonuses, for instance. That's another sort of trigger point to get them to move. But having clear call to action buttons, things like, yes, give me access now. Yes, I want this. Very clear standout buttons with call to action text that really resonates. That's what you need. The bonus opportunity here, special report, how I did it. I'll reveal exactly how I sold both of our houses and how my buddy sold his house in one day just by changing the ads. I hold nothing back, and I'll explain everything about each deal in detail. Bonus report, how to get free property listing pages. I'll show you more than 11 different free places instantly to list your home for sale online. You don't pay a dime in advertising. Another bonus, sample forms pack. When you purchase my for sale by owner book right now, selling your home alone, you also get an instant access to our free contract sample forms pack, right? Very, very powerful. Now you're moving it even further. You really not only have you created a connection, sort of personally, and all that emotional bonding that needs to go on, but you have created some incredible offers through the bonus structure, right? So here comes the close, and this is part 10. This is where you ask for the order. This is where you reinforce the benefits that you really can get by using your product and services. Don't beat around the bush. I see a lot of that here as well. This is just, here's what you need to do. Here's where to do it. Here's what to expect. And here's how you do it very succinctly, right? So an example here is get on board with selling your home alone now. If you want to sell your house and save the commission, keep more of your money in your own pocket to put down your next house, get your home sold with less hassle and a lot more control over your future than by using an agent, sign up right now to get started. How cool is that? Well, this is the end of the presentation here today, guys and gals. I just wanted to share this with you. I'm going to make this download available as well. Kudos again to Jim Edwards at the Jim Edwards Method. I have a link right there for you. And also, again, if you have any questions about this, would love to talk to you at the agency here, chaosmap.com. We run your ads, we run your copy, we run your landing pages, we do the testing. We really do all of the stuff that you don't have to do so that you can get on with your business. And also we have a quick questionnaire, an input form essentially, that we capture out the gate to see if we're a good fit. But first things first, just head on over to chaosmap.com, set up an appointment there to speak. We want to try and help you first. So that's really the step 1. Step 2, then we see if there's a fit that we can maybe work together. And step 3, you go out and do it yourself and just come back and follow our podcast and our live videos here, man. Love to help you in this marketplace and hope you really have enjoyed this. Always love putting these together for you as well. And this has been the How to Script Your Video so you can sell more now. So now the question is, did you pass the video sales letter checklist? Well, you will, because now you have it, guys and gals. Really appreciate it here today. It's been a pleasure once again. And this is Jan here from the Digital Marketing Center in Los Angeles, right in our fancy studio here. And we went live today, and we're coming back at you tomorrow. So have a good one. See you later, guys and gals.